Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. I have not been doing too many videos, maybe for 2 to 3 months. I'm still writing and I'm still kind of creating different opportunities, with the words, my Akashic Records. I do a lot of the work of quantum healing hypnosis technique. I love and embrace Dolores Cannon's work. And so the Akashic Records, this is one of the Akashic Records that I'm going to share with you. And so once we start in gaining that insight with the Akashic Records, we move it into what we call automatic writing, or it could be vice versa, really, But it's been extraordinarily fun for me to share some of my sentiments about my words and my thoughts, I've been basically been a writer since I was about 4 years old. I had all these kind of lucid dreams when I was a really young child, and I remember some of them still, but I really am embracing all of this goodness and fun and joy and elation. All of this is all packed up with some of my own Akashic Records. So we're going to get started. There's just one piece that we're going to talk about, and it's going to be kind of short. It's not tall, but it's short. Anyway, so we're going to get started right now with this one Akashic Record. I do believe I did it probably back in 2015, and that's when I started to get that still small voice on the right side with a proper English woman, and she was helping me, and so I would just be listening, maybe a few words, and then I would start writing it or typing it, right? And all of that has been, really kind of fun. I've got so much material. I can't even tell you how many pages. I've got probably maybe 600 pages of these Akashic Records. It's so crazy, right? All right, so we're going to work with this first one here now and see what you think. When the path of least resistance becomes resistant to the touch, do you stumble and fumble and overthink too much? Do you often feel unguarded when life throws you a punch? Do you stumble and fumble and overthink too much? Could it be that you are designed in utter perfection for your life's ever-changing direction? Just when you feel uncertain, certainty just might be too close for you to see under the tortoise shell. I don't know why I picked that one, but it's kind of short, and it's pretty succinct. And, I just love looking at my own Akashic Records. Like I said, back at the first day of 2015, all of that material started to just start kind of flooding, all of my words and my impressions, and it's just been super freaking fun. I absolutely do the work of Akashic Records, and I go to automatic writing. I'm also a quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner, and I do all kinds of subconscious clearing and all kinds of different stages of psychic ability. So all of this here that we're talking about with some of the Akashic Records, you could say, well, okay, I've got the Akashic Records, now what do I do? Well, back when I was in Houston, I was giving people Akashic Records, and I just absolutely loved it, and I could just really feel into those energies of those people that were coming in, and they really loved it. They want to learn how to do their own Akashic Records. So for right now, we're going to just be just kind of being in a space of here I am again, because I've been gone for a while, because I could be doing videos, but for some reason I just felt like I needed a break, right? Because sometimes I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? But but it's super fun, and so I'm going to be going into more videos here. We're still traveling. I'm traveling back and forth from Las Vegas, coming back to Scottsdale. All of this stuff is so cool. I love sharing some of these words and these phrases and these energies and all of the light bodies, sometimes you start thinking about what it is that's really happening with you now. We're talking about the tortoise, and that's just a simple piece of that, right? But some of these energies that we're working with right now on this planet are really supporting each one of us, each person, right? You might think it's, oh God, it's so yucky. It's a yucky world. No, it's a great world. We're living in a most beautiful, benevolent place called Earth or Gaia. We go into those spaces and we start noticing that, gosh, life is feeling more lighter and more brighter. I'm super happy to be sharing this with you. So I hope that, when you're, kind of looking at what you want to create or what you want to be or what do you want to have going forward, just start talking a little bit, or maybe just take a walk. Like every morning I take this long walk, long walk. I'm really kind of like, just like looking at all the dogs, just like, hey, I don't want to touch them because I don't know what's going on, but I love all the dogs on the path. And we're right there by a canal. I'm right there by the water on the canal. It's a nice place. It's pretty groovy. I kind of love it. We're down here in South Scottsdale, and, it's kind of nice, right? So the more that we start, kind of like, looking around, like especially when I'm taking that walk early in the morning, I start kind of noticing different things and I'm kind of quiet too. I don't really talk to people on the canal or anything. I'm just like kind of like accessing like what it would be best for me today, or do I need to take some time to rest? Do I need to start writing again? Hello people. I've got like maybe 600 pages of my own Akashic Records, and again, like I said, back in 2015 it all began. It was one big bunch of words, right? It was every day was Akashic Records and moving it into automatic writing. So I still have all of my material back from 2015, so it's extraordinary. So the more that we can kind of take a look at, what you want to do, what do you want to create, what do you want to be, what do you want to have in your field, or what else do you want to do maybe 3 years from now, or maybe 5 years from now, or maybe you want to do it now, maybe you want to create something like right freaking now. It's really kind of fun to just kind of gauge and look at like what would be the best time that you could start. Maybe you want to do some of the Akashic Records, or maybe you get a few still small words. I do it on the right side. This is the proper English woman that came in. And she would just do a couple little words, and then I would type it, and then I would wait, and then we just did it again. So then I would just listen, and then I'd type it, And so, but these are really great processes for you to maybe kind of get some guidance. Maybe you don't even have to name it like Akashic Records or automatic writing. You could just say, I'm kind of hearing something on the right side. I wonder what that is, I mean, what does it feel like, Or maybe you're, like hearing the birds outside. I'm always out early in the morning. I'm really out with all these beautiful birds, and they're on these wires and everything. And you can just start kind of accessing, something good about it. What would be good about the blue sky, the canal, the water? There's people kind of walking by and everything. It's really, really fun. So the more that we can, just kind of figure out like, what do we really want to do? Like I am a Akashic reader, and I help people to have a little bit more clarity about what they want to do going forward. All of this energy is super strong. I'm also the QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique, and I love doing those sessions. The quantum healing hypnosis is really fantastic. And it's about a 5-hour session, but it's pretty packed in, so that's been extraordinary for me just to kind of lean in and share some of my experiences. And again, in a few days, we'll be going back to Vegas for a little bit. So I'm kind of Scottsdale, Vegas, so kind of going all over the place. Anyway, so we'll see you soon, and a namaste.